Hi there. In this video, we are going to see how we'll add our data to MongoDB and how will we create the folder structure for our project. So let's start. So this is our folder. Now in previous video, we already went through both of these notebooks, right? We saw the EDA, feature engineering, training, etc. So now for adding the data into MongoDB, we have created a new file called mongodb.ipynb. Now let's have a look at this file. Yeah, so this is our file. I already had installed PyMongo, so I just upgraded it. I've already run this file, so I'll give you a quick go through. So we are importing pandas. This is our data. We have already seen this data. These are our columns. We have 12 columns. Now we have converted this into a dictionary, our data frame. So this is what it looks like. Each row is represented inside these brackets. These are column names as keys and the values for each row, right? So we have converted our data in this format. Now let's name our database. We'll give name as US Visa and we'll give a name of collection as visa data. Now let's quickly have a look at a MongoDB. Yeah, so this is my MongoDB. Once you will open MongoDB, it will ask you to sign in. So after signing in, you have to just click on this and create a new deployment. After that, it will ask you the name of the project. As you can see, I've already created one data science project. I have given it name as that, and then it will ask you to select language, in which you will select Python, and then it will ask you to select the name, username and password. So I have already done that step. For it will ask you username and password for admin so that you can access the data, right? So after you have done, I have already done that in my data, as you can see here. Now let's go to the notebook again. So when you will create it, it will give you the code snippet. So this is the code snippet. I have copy pasted it from there. So this is not relevant. Sorry. Yeah. So as you can see, I have imported Mongo client, and from there I have this is our URI. This will also be given when you create a uh, project in MongoDB. When you create this will be given to you. So I have just copy pasted it. So here, as you can see, they will ask you to enter your username and password. So I have removed my username and password for the purpose of showing. But when I ran this notebook, I had my username here and my password here, right? So we are creating our client and we are connecting to the server, and if we are successful, then we'll get this message: ping your deployment, you successfully connected to MongoDB. As you can see, when I ran it, I successfully connected it to my MongoDB server and we got this output. This is just nothing. This we have just given the name and we have stored it in this variable. This collection name, this we saw that I gave here, the DB name and the collection. This is just that. Now yes, this is okay. Okay, yes. So now you can see the our data is stored here in this object, and we are using a find function and storing all our data here. And now just to give you guys a look, I have just looped over it where our key is stored in I and our value is stored in J, and we are just printing it. So you can see this is ID, this is object ID, this is case ID, this is value, this is key value, and each of these number you see represent each row of our data frame, original data frame, right? So this is just our data. So as you can see, there are 225,479 rows of data, right? Okay. So now this is we are converting again into list and then into data frame or data which is stored in collection. So and storing it again in df. So as you can see, this is our original data set which we had. This is the extra column that was automatically added. So we are just removing it here, and as you can see, we are back to our original data which we had. Right, we have 12 columns and 25480 rows. So yeah, let's go to our MongoDB and see whether we got the data or not. We have to go to browse collections, and if you can see, yes, here is our data. Can you see it? Yeah. So this is our data, and we can see there are 20 such pages. So I can go. So yeah, we got our data here. Okay. Now let's create. Now I have created a new file again here. If you can see this template.py. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am trying to create a new folder. So I have written the code for that in this file template.py. Let's see what is there. So I have just imported some libraries. This is list of files. So this is the folder name which I want to create, user US visa, and these are the files which I want inside. So we are creating our whole file structure here through code so that we don't need to create it manually. So as you can see, I have created a US Visa folder, and inside that I have added multiple files like util, pipelines, whatever we need, entity, constants. Okay, so yeah, and from list of files, we are taking each file path. Okay, and we are storing it here, and then we are splitting into file name and file directory. Oh, sorry, my bad. So this split OS part dot split will split these whole into the file which is this init.py and the folder. Okay, and we are storing it here, and it will check if file directory is not none, then it will create, and if it exists, it will skip. So what does this if does? Okay, not os.path exists. Okay, so it checks if the file path exists, if it does not exist, or if the file path size, so it will get the size of from there, and if it is zero, then it will create a file. Okay, or else it will pass. So else print a file is already present. Yeah. So if we rerun this, it would check if the file is already there. We'll get this else, and it will tell the file is already present, right? So okay, now this is good. Now when I ran this file template.py, as you can see here, I have ran this template.py. It created this folder for us, this folder US visa, and it had all the things which we wrote in code: components, configuration, entity, logger, pipeline. So we got all the things we needed. But now we want to create this US visa in a package format. So how will we do that? So for that we have to write another code, and which is there in our setup.py. Let me open it. Yeah, so as you can see, this not a lot of code, it's simple. So we have to just import setup and find packages. We'll give the inputs name. I have given US visa, version, author name, my email, and we have used the find packages. So it will automatically find the packages and it will store here, right? So we have our setup.py ready. Now what we will do, we have to write this command pip install dash e dot. So what it will do, it will automatically convert our US visa file, which we have given the name here already, right? Name. So it will convert this file into a package. So as you can see, we will get this US visa.egg info when we run this command. So this is what we get. Now let's see what's in there. So let's open the source doors. Okay. Okay, let's open it here. Sources dirty. So as you can see, this is all our paths that we have given. Okay. Now let's see what is there in top level. Yeah. So this will just have the name of the folder. Okay. So we have converted this US visa file into the package. So you can see this is the package of the file. We have done this after writing setup.py and running this pip install -e. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you.